and I really just do music because I love music and I love what I do. And this is the most important thing. It has to be fun for me when I'm in the studio recording a new song. And yeah, it's really influenced by anything around me. So
Hello, Gabriel.
hi.
How are you?
Hi.
It's so lovely to talk to you, and thank you so much for your time. You've got a lovely backdrop there in your
Hi.
screen.
Thank you. Yeah, it's New York.
Is that a place that you go visit often?
Unfortunately, no. I was there the last, maybe I was 2008, 2010, 2012. There was a time I went every second year.
Oh, I see.
But
Okay.
long time ago. I want to go back actually.
Yeah. Is that a place where you would like your music to be played and heard? And do you want to do concerts there?
Of course, yeah, it would be
Yeah.
amazing. It's hard to reach America.
Yeah.
From Europe.
Now you are in Switzerland. Where exactly are you in Switzerland?
Near Basel, in the north of Switzerland.
Okay. And I've listened to your music, which is so beautiful, and your voice is so distinctive.
Thank you.
And do you sing in English?
Yes, I do. Normally, I don't speak English that much. My father is actually Irish.
Yeah.
My mom is Hungarian, but I grew up in Switzerland, and my English is like the English I learned at school. So.
Okay. Well, your English is great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and your and the lyrics of your songs you write yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is it's so beautiful. Your music, I find, and I'm not a musician, but this is just by listening to your music, I hear different sounds. Like I know there's one song, I think "Lie to Me" is the song that sounds very much like reggae. It has that reggae sound, and then I hear electronics, and I hear all these different things. And then of course a lot of your lyrics are very melancholic, you know, like really songs that is also deep and touching.
Yes, that is true. And regarding the type of music I do, depends always what music I'm listening to. And this is also a little bit, maybe I think, the problem why I don't get signed by big labels, because Gabriel Benedek at the moment is not just like a brand, you know, okay, you go to a Gabriel Benedek concert and there is like a guy just singing songwriting, playing acoustic songs. Because I have like electronic songs, I have songs which are played in clubs. I have acoustic songs, and yeah, this is why every song or a lot of songs sound different or have like a special touch. You know?
But that is actually that's more interesting for me. I think you know that you do it that way. It's interesting that you say that it's, you know, you're not typical, but that can be something that is typical of you, that you don't sound the same all the time, or that that you know you have all these different influences.
Yeah, that is true, of course, and I really just do music because I love music and I love what I do. And this is the most important thing. It has to be fun for me when I'm in the studio recording a new song. And yeah, it's really influenced by anything around me. So it's not like the songwriting, for example. I'm not really good in, if someone comes to me and says, "Hey, listen, can you write a song about this?" And if this topic is nothing I'm really interested in about, or it's not something which just happened in my life or touches me, I'm not really motivated writing some fiction or anything. So it really is like I'm listening to this kind of music. For example, my last song was a little bit 80s, and I'm really into these 80s songs. I'm listening so much 80s, and I know I knew when we released it that it's not going to be my biggest success, but for me personally, it was just like I wanted to do it and I had to do it, and I'm happy I released it, and it's like a chapter.
Yeah, but I mean, I was a teenager in the 80s, and I love that. I love that sound. That's what I actually picked up on as well. Yeah, I think it's interesting also that you say that you write what happens to you, that it's part of what is part of you, and not just a topic.
Yes.
And I think this I can get in your lyrics, that it's very sincere, and that it's really telling something. But where did this start? Where did your music start?
My father is a musician and comedian who lives in Munich, and I think I've got the gains from him. And I started, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, just covering music, watching YouTube videos, tutorials. And then I started to translate lyrics because I was interested in what they are actually singing. And I don't know, it just came. Someone told me, hey, actually, it sounds pretty good. And actually, hey, you can sing. And I think with the years and with a lot of practice and meeting new producers and musicians, playing in several bands, I just got better step by step. And yeah, this is
So
how it's.
you're a self-taught musician then?
Yes, also, but I also went to music school, so
Oh,
I can play piano, guitar, and I went singing for like 1 year, but it was like too tough. I had like yeah, it was nothing for me.
Oh, okay. And the songwriting, was that just came naturally for you as well?
Yeah, that in the beginning, my English was like really bad, like the vocabulary and everything. And I would say it's still not as good as I want to be, for example. But I still use my father for my lyrics to help, like before I go to the studio and I record a new song, I send him the lyrics and ask him, is it grammatically correct? Is there something you would change? Is there something you could paraphrase more beautiful, or are there like synonyms and stuff like that? And it's like a dialogue before I go to the studio, and he's a big help actually in this case. And yeah, I sorry, what was the question?
Now I think you answered it, because
Okay.
I was asking how you started in music.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But now
Yeah,
you
and
yeah.
so
But you
yeah, and
say,
I
sorry, yeah. No, but
no problem.
your father that helps you with the lyrics and so on, is that does he understand your music? Is sort of supporting you for what you are doing?
He's definitely supporting me in my music. He's not a big fan of everything I do. And for example, swearing, he doesn't like when I swear, or if I use some slang or like words which are like more youth youth language. I don't know how you
Oh,
say it, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
urban dictionary and stuff like that. And he's like, that's not correct. And I say, yeah, but I know you can say that. It's like uh, yeah, it's like wording people use in social media and stuff like that. So, but he's definitely a supporter. He loves my music more when it's more acoustic. Not a big fan of my electronic music, but yeah, definitely.
That's great. Yeah. But you wanted to say something when I interrupted you.
Yeah, just regarding the songwriting, how I write my songs is actually easy. I always write the songs with my guitar. I have like my chords, and then I have a melody in my head, and then I just start singing anything, like not even words, for example, just so I know, okay, this could sound nice from the rhythm of the phrases. And then I get the idea, okay, in which direction the lyrics could go. For example, it's a happy party song. Is it something like summery, like for summer something, or is it like a sad melancholic song? and this is the process.
Now, during the lockdown time, did you write a lot of music? Was that inspiring for you?
I did, yeah, I did actually. The problem was just that I can't release so many songs and produce so many songs because it's very expensive, and my producers are students too, just like me, and they did not have a lot of time. So this is the only reason why I can not release like every month a new song. I would love to do that, but definitely there are a lot of finished songs. Just need to find a producer who has got time, and I can record these songs with.
Now, you say they're also studying.
Yes.
So, do you all go to a same music college or something together?
No, they are architecture students, architecture,
Yeah.
and I'm more like business administration. I actually work full time as a sales manager in a big international pharma company.
Well, then you have the business background to promote yourself and
Yes.
to know what the business is like, because this is always something that artists say, that they don't really know. Well, that they're not really interested in that side of the business, the more the business
imagine.
side of the business. Yeah. So, do you think this is your advantage?
I think in some cases, yes, because I was talking to some label bosses just a few days ago, and they also said like a lot of people don't, like the musicians don't like to spend time in front of the laptop because they don't like to write letters. And nowadays, if you want to make promotion, just like contacting labels or find some curators in Spotify or YouTube or something like that, you have to write good letters. You have to write some good arguments, and this can take time also because you have to search for these email addresses. It's really like, it's not something you can do in 1 hour. You have to find the right person, the right guy who has an interesting playlist which could match your music, and this takes time, and this is a lot of like business administration stuff you just have to use all the time, and I like it. I like to do it. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's important nowadays. It's
Yeah.
really important.
I think it's also important that you have control over what you do, as an artist, because then you can stay authentic and you can go in the direction that you want to go, even if it takes a little bit longer. But it's then your path that you follow.
Yeah, definitely. This the independence I have. But I'm also thinking of a label could also be great. Like for example, okay, I give them 80% or 70% of a song, but they have like the possibility to reach more people. And that could be also really interesting. In that case, I'm not looking forward to just receive a lot of money for streams or anything, but reaching people. And if these people start liking my music, following me, I can stay with them in touch for new music. So there are a lot of strategies, and it's really, really interesting. I learn every day.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is maybe also the route that people will go now, because I think over the lockdown period and this time, musicians also had a lot to think about and think about what direction they are going. And I think also this pressure of being a certain way or having your music a certain way, this is also great to have that confidence that you have to stay authentic to who you are.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
But now in Switzerland, do you have your fan base there? Because are people open to English music, for example?
I do have a little fan base. I'm not as famous as people maybe think who follow me on Instagram or anything, because I don't know how to say it, but in Switzerland, like people don't really support like the local musicians, for example, local artists. It's just like they are not really interested in paying like $10 or 10 francs to go on a concert, but they are ready to pay $250 to see Beyonce, for example.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And it's not so easy, but I think I have a lot of fans or people listening my music in Hungary, for example, Russia also, and I think I how to say that, I reach a lot of people through Instagram promotion, and there I also see where these people are from who listen to my music, and yeah, it's like 20 or maybe 25% is Switzerland, and the rest is rest of the world.
Well, I found you through Instagram promotion. Yeah. This is how I heard your voice and immediately, and I thought this is so beautiful. And as I say, so distinctive. This is not, it's not a common sound that you have.
Thank
But
you.
now tell me, so you working full time and then you're a musician and you do a lot of writing and so on, but what do you do on your downtime? Or is music your downtime?
Yeah, music is my hobby, definitely.
Yeah.
Still my hobby. It would be nice one day to live from music, but especially in Switzerland, it's really, really hard to live as an artist. And for me, it was always really important to have a safe income. This is why I'm studying in Switzerland. You can make good money. I'm really happy for a safe job in the pharma industry. I also became a dad 2 months ago. So
Oh, congratulations.
yeah, thank you very much. So that's
Oh,
also
that's so
something.
wonderful. Oh,
Yeah,
is it a boy or a girl?
it's a girl. She's called Ella.
Ella, oh,
Yeah.
Ella is going to be so lucky with a dad that writes beautiful songs.
Yes. We already make music together. It's really, really just a little sunshine. I love her really much.
Oh, oh, that's so wonderful. But now, yeah, but maybe because she's hearing the music all the time, she will also become a musician or also be interested in music. But don't
Maybe.
you have a song that you wrote for her? Because is there not a song?
No,
Uh,
everyone asks me this, but not yet, actually. She's
uh,
like a 2 month baby. She didn't do anything but not letting me sleep. So the next song for her should be like, I don't know, no sleep or something. Yeah, but this is like
yeah.
my main hobby at the moment.
Mm.
I work, I study, I spend time with my family and make music. And of course, if I find time, I go jogging, for example, a little bit
Oh,
sports,
yeah. Mm.
but just to refresh my head. And a lot of lyrics actually just come by listening my instrumentals, and while jogging, I have the ideas for the lyrics.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I also get my ideas when I run.
Oh,
It's
okay.
frustrating. Yeah, it's just sometimes then it comes up, and yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's the brain that, like you say, it's just refreshing.
Yeah, definitely.
But Switzerland is so beautiful that it's also, I think, where you get inspiration just by being out and being in nature or just your surroundings are so beautiful. Yeah.
Definitely, it's
Mm.
amazing, especially now in this weather. Colors of the leaves change.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
everyone at the moment, and it's beautiful weather. It's more beautiful than our summer because we didn't have really a nice summer this year. So it's really beautiful. It's cold, but it's really nice weather.
Well, I always think that the cold weather and the autumn leaves, the colors of the autumn leaves are also warm, and it just compensates for the cold weather. So I think
True.
that's what I like about autumn is that it brings that warm colors for us.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But now listen, what is the wish for you?
My wish regarding music.
Yeah.
I wish regarding music, and I shouldn't say that, but I would love to have more listeners around the world. I would love to have people booking me for live concerts, and I would love to have a chance with a label where someone really cares about my music. I have a team, they help supporting me because, as I said, I do everything by my own. It's kind of nice, it's independent. I know what is going on, I know every email which goes out and everything, but it takes a lot of time and I spend a lot of money. It's really, really expensive. Only the promotion and everything is like, I don't know, maybe all maybe 2 or 3 thousand francs in 1 month. So, and for a hobby,
Wow.
it's really it's a
Yeah.
lot. And if there is a label, for example, they say, listen, we take 70% of your songs and everything, but I don't know if they can reach, I don't like radio stations and everything, I would do it. So,
Yeah.
and of course, I love doing my music, and I will always do what I love, and I will not. I don't want someone who tells me how to change my lyrics, or because it's still every song is like a baby for me. But yeah, for an artist, if you make music and if it doesn't get heard or you don't get the response you are wishing for, it's not so nice. So that would be
Mm.
amazing. And I think not many artists say that because it doesn't sound really nice. But I think it's what a lot of artists, or the most artists, wish deeply inside of themselves.
Yeah, I think we saw that also over the pandemic, is that it's money aside, you really want to perform and you really want to put your art out there, and you want an audience to listen and to hear you, and completely understand that. But hey, you reached me in Vienna, so and let's see what happens. But I
Yeah.
wish you really all the best. As I say, uh, I'm very impressed with what you're doing, and you have amazing videos as well with your music. I saw the last one that you put on running.
Hmm.
Um, that's such a nice video.
Thank you. I did that by myself, actually. I did this. It's of course not copyrighted. It was just like I did not have any budget for a music video, and
Yeah,
it's like I was like typing in YouTube running scenes, and I was like, oh, there's like what is it called? One for Forrest Gump and stuff. And then
yeah.
I had this idea, and I was cutting this, and I'm really not really good in editing, but for me, it was at this moment the best option.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. But Gabriel, I wish you all the best. And my
Thank you
wish
very
is
much.
that your wishes come true. And I think you have to stick to what you're doing because you're doing great, really. It's very impressive what you're doing. And I love your confidence. I love your authenticity. And the fact that you use all these different sounds, because for me, it's so I could recognize, and I'm not a trained musician, but I could recognize all these different things. And I think it makes your music very interesting, and you've got a beautiful voice on top of that, so you've got the whole deal.
Thank you very
So
much, Petra,
yeah,
also for reaching out. I really appreciate it. Thank you
no,
very much.
I gladly, and it was a great pleasure to talk to you. And let me know when there's something coming up that you would love to talk about, or when you've found, or yeah, when you found a label that would do something for you. And have a lovely day, and enjoy Ella.
I will. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. You too have a
Okay.
great weekend. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.